This is the Fast Far Mobile Ganker Lash build. That's right. Now, this is going to have three phases. The first one is the build guide, the items, the how and the why that these specific items are the best, and why we buy them at specific times. And then I have how this character works, all the secret techniques and combos you can do. And finally, a full game with live commentary, not talking over a VOD or cherry-picking some really good match. No, this is going to be a live commentary. That's why this guide's going to be so long. Let's get into it. Before we begin, there's a few disclaimers with Lash. Number one is that Lash cannot solo carry in mid or high elo. You can absolutely stomp all over low elo, but if you go a full bullet or spirit build, just be aware that you don't burst as hard as other characters, so those builds don't really work as Lash when you get into more serious matches. Number two is if your team does not capitalize on your ultimate, then there's not much you can really do about that, and yeah, it really sucks for solo queued players. Playing Lash can be painful sometimes. You ult in, you suck in like 4 enemies, you ball them up, you throw them on the ground right in front of like a Spirit Walker that also stuns them, and your team just kind of does nothing for it, and then they all die. Number three is you're not the tankiest split pusher. While this build does allow us to split push and take objectives like Spirit Walkers and towers and shove lanes, we're not the tankiest. We can still get absolutely brutally murdered and not have a way to escape. We don't have any solid movement abilities like, say, in Furnace, and we're not, we don't have built-in tankiness other than like the passive spirit resistance we get just for playing Lash. And finally, a really awake, coordinated, on Discord pre-main team will just kill you when you ult in the sky, and it makes playing Lash pretty painful sometimes against the highest elo sweat lords, because they hear the ringing of the sailor bell, and they just look up in the sky, and then they focus you down, and you die before you can even do anything. And that's just part of playing Lash. Maybe it'll change in the future, but let's get into the item build. Now, a few promises I have for you. One, I'm going to have you be as safe as possible during the early and mid-game, making it really hard to kill you. So this is not a bully build. This will not allow you to just simply walk all over your lane opponent. I mean, you can at low elo, but like a lot of Lashes will build extremely early lane bully builds, and then they will sell it, and it's like, why did you even bother? Just stay safe and just farm. And so you're going to be incredibly tanky and mobile and very hard to kill early game. This is also the fastest jungle and creep clear build, and then also this is the best utility and mobility. And finally, it's the most fun way to play Lash, and that's what's most important. Before we get into the build guide, if you go to Browse Builds here at the top right and then click the public button and type in the word Swole and push enter, you'll see the Swole Benji YT Fast Far Mobile Ganker Lash build. Click that heart icon, it'll show up in your favorites. When you click it here, it'll show up in your shop. You buy it left to right, top to bottom, super simple. There's a few exceptions, which I will cover in the next bit, but also it comes with a skill order allocator here. It will tell you in-game, as you play, exactly what skills to learn and what skills to upgrade here at the bottom as you play, so it makes it real simple and easy. But let's get into the items and why I have them in this exact order. And I know it doesn't make sense to buy a 500 item in the mid-game, but it absolutely will make sense, and I'm going to fully explain it. So starting off, our first two items are Basic Magazine and Close Quarters. This is going to give you a lot of poke damage, and at this early on in the lane phase, you will not be critically injured, you will not be hurt, unless you're way out of position and new to the game or something. But essentially, this will give you more ammo and more damage to last hit creep waves, push the lane if you need to push against certain comps, and at this point, again, you don't really need bonus health or defensives. It's always best to go offensive first. So, also the bullet shield health from Close Quarters really helps, and we do build off of these items, so it's not wasted souls. Next up is extra stamina, so that you can either roll up into someone's face to engage easier with some hits, or roll away from those pesky skill shots like a Geist Bomb. Then we have Sprint Boots for more mobility. This is mostly for the percent base health early on. It gives us weapon damage too, which you're not going to notice. 4% is nothing at this stage in the game. Then we have Kinetic Dash, because now we have extra stamina and an extra dash. This is going to make you hyper mobile early on, and you're going to be able to dodge all of those skill shots. You're going to be able to have additional ammo when you push the towers. It's going to make last hitting way easier. This is a must-have and a must-have early buy. Also, the fire rate is really, really nice for trading with enemies. Then we go with bullet armor. And the reason we go bullet armor first, usually, is because Lash has a built-in 15% baseline spirit armor. So it makes more sense to go bullet armor first. However, if in your lane you are against really, really heavy-hitting spirit carries, then go spirit armor first. Though it does have diminishing returns since you already have spirit armor as a baseline. Then we wrap it up with enduring speed because you're going to you want more mobility. You might have to roam. You might go to other lanes to gank at this point, but it's mostly for mobility. Because speed is everything early game. It lets you travel around, lets you farm more efficiently. Then we're going for Quicksilver Reload, and we're going to bind this to your Flog ability. That's your third ability, number 3. And the reason why we do that is because it's going to increase its damage. This also reloads your weapon, and this is a jungler item. This is a lane-pushing item. This thing is so insanely useful, and it allows you to stay in a fight longer for brawls without having to lose DPS during a reload. Very important to get this early. Finally, this is a weird one, and a lot of people don't like this item, but this item rocks. It is really good. And there's a few reasons why we buy this. So early game, we're buying this for 2 reasons. At this point in the lane phase, it's going to be 8 to 10 minutes in, and you're either going to have a stalemate with your lane opponent, where you're not killing their tower, they're not killing yours, and whoever has a teammate show up and push the lane wins. Well, if the enemy has a teammate show up, you can hold both of them back with this. You can absolutely prevent your tower from being taken 1v2 with this bad boy. But also, this thing is one of the best early game jungler items that will allow you to clear harder jungles much faster. But also, as Lash, when you ult people, you're going to suck them up in the sky, ball them up, and chunk them into the ground. And when you do that, you can follow up by throwing this bad boy, and they're going to be slowed, they're going to be stuck in the fire. It increases the damage that you and all your teammates do with your weapon by a huge chunk. And early on, this thing decides matches. If you can even like chunk this from downtown, just as a way to tickle enemies and chip away at them from like a distance. If you're having like kind of a standoff like team fight, it's insanely useful at all stages of the game. It gives us spirit power, which is something that we actually need to one-shot creep waves very early on, which helps with that. It gives us bullet shield health to make us tanky. This thing has it all, and so it's one of the best early buys we got. Next up is spirit armor because you want to be tanky, and again, this would be bullet armor if you had bonked this previously. Superior stamina is going to give us +3 stamina because we need to be hyper mobile. We want to dive into the enemy team, mess them up, and then get the hell out of there. Or if you're split pushing or roaming around, you're going to be spamming. Your kinetic dashes, which is a roll dash jump, and you want to be. It's just more hyper mobility. The spirit power is also something we desperately need, so we can one-shot creep waves early on. Then we have point blank. This is more tankiness, and this is a +1 stamina. This with superior stamina gives us the ability to fully push a lane, as long as it's not an Infernus or like a Paradox or a Wraith doing, ulting on us, essentially. We can safely push the lane without anyone stopping us and escape just fine and go back to jungling. Surge of Power is going to be bound to your Flog ability to not only increase its damage, but this is something that you can free cast, instacast while doing a kinetic dash to not lose any momentum or speed and increase our movement speed by 3 meters. And also, it's something that we cast right before we start auto-attacking, so it increases our fire rate, which is really good. Then, this is the weird one. Alright, Extra Spirit, it's a 500 item. Why are we buying this, 15 minutes into the game, 20 minutes, 25 minutes into the game, depending on how good or bad you're doing? And the answer is simple. When we have Surge of Power and Quicksilver Reload and all these other Spirit Power bonus items, buying Extra Spirit exactly at this point in time allows us to one-shot the creep wave. Mystic Reach gives us more resist, and it builds into other items that we need later on to have maximum utility. Duration Extender. Well, what duration does Lash have? He has slows and he has stuns. And this thing absolutely is amazingly beneficial. It makes us also more tanky. It's really cheap too. Improved cooldown. We want those improved cooldowns so that we can spam our ultimate more. Improved Spirit. This is more damage on all of our abilities. Out of everything you can buy currently in the spirit category, this is your highest damage booster. It gives us sprint speed as well. It makes us tanky. Then we wrap up and we finalize our build here with tankiness and utility with improved reach, so that now we can ult more people at once. Our Flog has a wider range. Our Grapple has a further reach. It's going to be like 70, 80 meters, I forget. Ground Strike has a bigger AoE cone. Improved Spirit Armor and Titanic Magazine are for tankiness. We don't really so much need the ammo or the weapon damage, but it does help. It's just nice to have. But this is for tankiness. Improved Bullet Armor. Again, this finalizes our tankiness. You will have all of these items up to Bullet Armor by 30 minutes, even if you're doing terrible. Even if you are absolutely getting destroyed by the enemy team, you will have all of these items by 30 minutes into the match. Mystic Reverb. We're going to bind this to Death Slam. And we're getting this before anything else because the movement slow is so insanely strong that it's going to hold people down after you ult them so they don't just escape and leave and reposition and get back into the fight. This prevents them from getting back into the fight and makes them insanely vulnerable to your team. So if your team sucks, you lose anyway, doesn't matter. Superior cooldown, we're putting this on Death Slam. And your cooldowns are going to line up perfectly with Diviner's Kevlar. I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, you want as much cooldown reduction on Death Slam as possible. Superior duration, we're putting this also on Death Slam so that the stun is longer, which makes your ult even that more valuable. And Boundless Spirit, this is going to give us a lot more damage for the slot that we can buy. It can be argued that if you are in a prolonged fight where you're chipping away at the enemy and not going all in and dunking on them, which is exactly what Lash does, he dunks on people, that you would instead buy escalating exposure. However, through testing, I have found that Boundless Spirit is the better buy. It also makes us tankier, which we desperately need, and it gives us more mobility, which we enjoy, especially late game. Diviner's Kevlar is kind of necessary because in high elo, when you ult, everyone just looks up in the sky and kills you. And that's just how it is sometimes. So even though we're full tank with this build, this gives us some bullet shield and spirit power when we ult, and cooldown reduction. We absolutely love the cooldown reduction. The spirit lifesteal, it's whatever. It's not going to save us. It's not going to be a game decider. But out of everything you can build in the spirit category, this is the most value. And it's your last buy, so you're going to need that 4th flex slot to even equip this anyway. And by then, you've either already won or lost the game. Now, for skill order, you're going to put your first point into Flog because this steals life early on and lets you sustain in your lane. It's also an instant cast. There's no frames, there's no avoiding it, there's no dodging. It's not a skill shot, it's just an instant cast frontal cone attack. The second thing you're going to learn is Ground Strike. This will let you punish enemies that get too close to you and deal damage. And if you jump from the mid-bridge off of it and Ground Strike someone, this is essentially a frontal AoE cone dive kick. It also grounds you quickly, so if you're in the sky being vulnerable, you can just land. So this is our second point. Third is Grapple. This lets you grapple onto a teammate, a creep, or an enemy, creep or enemy hero, and it just launches you into the air. That's all it does. And I know a lot of people like to have charges on this with, extra recharge. You don't need it. When you learn Lash and you play him well, you don't need multiple charges of this. It's a wasted item slot. And then finally, your ultimate Death Slam. We learn that 4th, of course, because we can't learn it early on. And the upgrade order is we're going to completely and fully upgrade Flog all the way before anything else. Save all your upgrade points for Flog, and the reason why is we want that bonus damage. The fire rate slow doesn't really help us early game, but that bonus damage will let us one-shot the creep wave with certain items, and it will massively accelerate our speed of farming souls and keeping the lane safe. So once you've maxed out Flog, then what you're going to do, and you can, again, it's going to show you right here, it's going to show you in the game. The next thing we're going to do is put 2 points into Ground Strike. And the reason why we put 2 upgrades into Ground Strike is because whenever you use it on an enemy, it will pop them in the air and slow them. And that air pop-up, they can't move, they can't act, they can still shoot and stuff, but they can't, roll around or dodge or get away. And you're going to be casting this every single time after you ult. So not only are they stunned, they're slowed, they're balled up, they're going to also be popped in the air for your team to just get free shots off of. And so it's very vital and important that you get this as early as possible. Next up, after that, we're going to max out our ultimate. So maxing out the ultimate gives you throw distance, so you can throw people into your spirit towers or spirit walkers. More damage, it doesn't hurt, and the massive cooldown reduction of 56 seconds. Super important to get this. Super important to get this as early as possible. And then after that, we're going to max out ground strike for damage per meter increase. And this means when you crash down on the ground from the sky, you deal more damage. And the reason we don't get this earlier is because we don't have the items to scale this damage, so there's really no point in getting it early. Finally, we max out Grapple because it gives us weapon damage, which we're not really utilizing, cast range, which we don't need if you have good positioning, and we have so much stamina we can get close anyway. We don't need to grapple from far away. And then the fire rate to weapon bonus buff, we don't really utilize much. We don't need it. We don't need it when we jungle. So, again, that's why our last upgrades are into Grapple. Let's go over how this character works and secret techniques and combos. So starting off with Lash's weapon, which is called the Tail of the Tape. I don't really understand the reference. I guess it's a boxing thing. It has a pretty large fall-off damage range, so you can pelt people from medium to long range. And generally, as Lash, you want to control the middle bridge, which would be about right here. And so you stand on top of the bridge, and you just pelt the enemy as they hide behind their tower. And most people who are smart won't push a Lash at all. They have to play safe against you. But in the case that you're not, if you're the one pushed to your tower, you can still poke them when they are on the bridge and whittle them down. Now, your weapon has a very high bullet velocity. You have your right click, which is a zoom. So if we zoom into this tower, you can see that there's like no bullet drop at all. I mean, there's a tiny bit. A very tiny bit, but it's not enough for you to really matter. This makes last hitting souls from far away incredibly easy to do with very basic aim. And because you shoot a 3-shot burst, but you only have, well, you have an odd amount of ammo for, you know, whatever reason. It's kind of like the foul in real life. But essentially, you want to be like cutting lines on the souls that way as you fire your burst so that you can hit them. Now, of course, depending on your aim, your sensitivity, it might be different for you, but in the chaos, you're almost always gonna be shooting as Lash. You're almost always gonna be shooting a creep, the enemy hero, or souls floating about. So you're just gonna be constantly holding left click and just doing whatever you can, and that's generally how you play. You're also gonna be jiggle peeking from cover. You're gonna be shooting the enemy hero, and if the creep wave gets close, if the enemy gets close, you hit them with the Flog, you hit them with the ground strike. You might even grapple and start brawling up close. When you ult them and you have them all balled up, you're going to get really close, and we're going to talk more about that in a bit. But essentially, your weapon deals pretty good damage, and with this build guide, you're going to be able to 1-2 tap every single creep very early on. You're going to deal lots of fast and quick damage to enemy jungles, or not, well, all jungles are your enemy, but essentially you're going to jungle very quickly with your weapon. But what we're not building into bullet carry. We're not going to be able to like 100-0 someone late game by doing thousands of headshot damage. This build does not rely on you doing headshots except to creep waves. You should always shoot the top of the candlewick thing on the creeps, and that way you're doing the most damage to them. And when you're pushing towers, you should always shoot the head of the tower. For spirit walkers, they don't have a head, so don't worry about that. But that's his weapon. It's pretty useful. It has plenty of ammo, and when you build into these items, you're going to have even more ammo, and then late game, because you're a jungler, and you're going to be breaking these jars, you're going to have even more ammo, and essentially, you're going to be able to infinitely brawl someone, and when you flog them, you will instantly reload, so you will never be reloading mid to late game, ever, really. So, Ground Strike is your first ability, and it is a frontal AoE cone, which you don't want to really cast while grounded because it has this wonky animation that stops you from moving. You almost always want to jump and do it, that way it slams you on the ground. It's actually much faster to just do a short hop into a slam if you want to cast it, rather than doing it from the ground. So again, always jump before casting this. Never, ever, ever cast this while you stand there. And preferably, because it will deal more damage once you have it leveled up, if you come from the sky and do it, it does tremendous amounts of damage. So let me show you here on the target dummy. If we hit him with a standing one, that's 90. If we jump and do it, that's 103. Like, you can see that we're doing 13 more damage with just a short hop. And, well, in that case, it was 5 more damage. But if we, you know, come from the sky and do it, it's 249 damage on the target dummy. And so, if you come from the sky, and then you, like, jump, and then you grapple, and then you really land, that's 418. So, you can see that the damage really ramps up the higher in the sky you are. Now, generally, you're not going to be using this too much on the enemy hero because, well, if you just like roll at them and kick them in the air, you're not really doing much. You're not going to kill them. You're going to pop them in the air. They're just going to return fire, and it's going to be a bad trade for you. But what you're going to do is you're going to come from the side, preferably, and you're going to ult them. And after your ult, you're going to crash into them with the kick, popping them in the air for your team to have more time to wreck their shit. But also for jungling, it's got a good frontal AoE cone, so you can hit jungle creeps with it, and that's pretty good damage. Now, you could do a jumping kick on the jungle creeps for more damage, but generally it's not super worth it. You're going to be jungling so fast that you might not even think about it. Now, also, if you're coming in on a creep wave from, say, the rail, you can jump down with it, and once you have your items, you will one-shot the creep wave. But we're going to be using Flog to one-shot them instantly anyway, so it's not really super important. But yeah, that is Ground Strike. You use it mainly to pop the enemy in the air to hold them in place and prevent their escape, and it does okay damage. If you were to build full spirit, like a nuker build, and you fly high in the sky and crash down, you can sometimes one-shot squishies, but it's such a niche, silly build. It doesn't work at mid and high elo. There's really no point in playing it. So Grapple is your second skill, and it pulls you through the air. So if I'm on the ground and I just cast it, I will just jump in the air. Now, you can also jump in the air and then cast it for more air time. Now, it does slow you down. With our build, we're going to be sprinting very, very quickly, and so we're only really ever using this ability either as an escape if there's like creeps we can like jump to get away, if we want to go airborne for a dive kick, a ground strike, or before we ult. So like say I round the corner, I jump in the air, and then I ult the enemy, and that's essentially how we're going to be using it. That's basically the only really way that we're going to be using it. While it does give bonuses to like fire rate and stuff, we're not going to be like we're never going to use this in a jungle. That's stupid. That's silly. It's wonky to use up close. You can also use it to kind of be harder to hit, so you can use it defensively if you're being focus fired when you split push. But other than that, it's just a nice little gap closer early game too. Say you're laning against an opponent and they're kind of weak. Well, you go all in, you dive them, you flog them, you shoot them. And that's game. They die. That, or if you get dived, you turn around, you flog your own creep, you escape behind your tower. And, yeah. You can also flog your creep wave as they, get shuttled in from the railway, so that's another thing. But there's no reason to build charges on this. You don't need the multiple grapples. And since I have no cooldown selected, yes, I can infinitely grapple, which would keep you essentially airborne. And another thing, too, when you grapple, it resets your air jumps. So, because we have superior stamina, which I haven't bought here yet, but when we have superior stamina, that gives us an extra air dash and an air jump. So, what we can do is we can jump, 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 grapple, jump, jump, grapple, not hop on the railway, but yeah, it resets your jumps. So, you can get really high in the sky if you need to. But almost always, you want to save your stamina for horizontal movements. Because if you're out of stamina and the enemy dives you, you're basically done for. Now, Flog is our third ability. It is a frontal cone. Sometimes it's a wide circle, sometimes it's a cone. I think it's bugged currently, but you can see when I cast it, there's this big dark circle that's about around 20 meters or so right now. A little bit more, like maybe 22 meters. The game, it says it's 25 meters, but yeah. And so it's supposed to hurt everything in this frontal circle. However, that's not entirely always the case. Like you can see here, it's not hitting the enemy on the right side. But if we angle this way, it's still not hitting him. But sometimes it's so wonky with how it works, right? And again, you see like a little cone animation here too. it works in mysterious ways. I can't explain exactly why it is. But generally, when you're farming the creep wave, you want to do it from the sky, because you will hit everything that isn't lining of sight you, or doesn't have you lined of sight, which, again, it's not working right now. But when you get superior, like whenever you get all of your utility upgrades, you know, like superior cooldown and duration and reach, this thing, you don't have to aim it as tightly anymore, so to speak, right? So let's go ahead and just get full build real quick, or at least semi-full build. You know, about, okay, let me turn on flex slots real quick. So yeah, so about right here, like, you just deal, like you don't have, it's way easier to aim. So you can see here that the animation cone is way wider. This makes everything easier to hit, especially the creep waves. And again, this is how you instantly delete a creep wave. So, like, I'm in the sky, and then the creep wave is dead, and then you kill the tower. Like, and this thing has such a short cooldown, like 9 seconds. It's also your jungle item. When you are running around, because we have it bound to Surge of Power, this is what you do. You do a kinetic dash, and then you flog while you're in the air, and I'll explain why. And that's how you have hypermobility. So if you're running on the ground and you flog, look right here where my cursor's circling. This is your movement speed. So you'll see right now, I'm sprinting at 12 movement speed. If I flog, 1.3, and then it goes up. So you don't want to have that little stutter in your movement speed. So in order to do that, you want to have forward air momentum, and then cast it, and then you can sprint forward much faster. It's just, while it's not a big deal if you don't do it, you know, it's still, it's something you should just get into the practice of doing. And so before you siege a tower or a spirit walker, like right as you walk up on it, you want a kinetic dash into it, hit that Surge of Power so that your fire rate is at as high as it gets, and you're fully reloaded, because Surge of Power and Quicksilver Reload on Flog will, you know, increase everything. So this is how you really rapidly, quickly push lanes. You just kill all the creeps, which I didn't kill this one, but whatever. Again, this takes a lot of practice to aim. And sometimes it just doesn't work well. Like, you can even be like really, really close to the jungle, and you won't hit all of them for some reason. It's just, it works when it works, and it doesn't work when it doesn't. I don't know. I don't have a real good explanation for it. But you're basically always going to cast this on the enemy heroes when it's off cooldown. Whenever it's available, you're just pushing your 3 button. It's going to lifesteal. It's going to hurt the enemy. It also slows them. It is a 35% movement slow. All right. Your ground strike, I forgot to mention, is a 50% move slow. Okay, with our build, we have a 40% move slow combined with the slow duration 50% here on Death Slam. Your enemies won't be able to move. Also, our auto attack with our build slows by 25 when we're close, which we will always be close after dive kicking them. So we're Lash. We like to ball people up and hold them down for our team to have their way with them. I know it's dirty, but that's how Lash works. He's a dirty man, and by golly, he is fun to play. But yeah, Flog is our main farm skill, and you're gonna be able to, like, when the enemy creeps are like there's like 10 of them or more, you just instantly delete the wave. It's the most satisfying thing in the game so far. I've played for several hundred hours, and nothing beats one-shotting an entire creep wave with a single spell that is instant cast with no animation frames. Like, there's no delay from when you push 3 to when the damage is received by the enemy. It is so funny that if someone's low health and you flog them, they just get deleted instantly. It's so damn satisfying. You absolutely, this is our main spammed ability. It's the greatest. So Death Slam is our ultimate, and this is a big learning curve if you've never played Lash before. You're going to have to play several games to get a feel for the range of this spell, right? And I'm going to go ahead and reset my character here. So the range, never cast Death Slam in front of the enemy. The range that you can Death Slam is about how far you can do a dash. So if you're on top of an enemy and you start ulting and they just start kind of rolling away from you, you're now out of range, and your ultimate was completely wasted. So on the ground, this is what it looks like. Look at that. Look, I can't even ult this guy. I'm like right in front of him. Can't even reach him. Right? So this is why you never ult when you're on the ground. Whereas if I jumped in the air, well, I still can't reach him. But what you do is you grapple above them, and now it's way harder for them to move out of the range. Also, one thing that you have to get used to when practicing Death Slam and I recommend that you practice this a lot, is that as soon as this little circle fully engulfs whoever you want to death slam, don't just float in the air and wait for the animation to finish. You can end it early by left clicking. Alright, so I'm going to end it early, and that is way, way faster. Now, after that circle completes and you left click or the animation finishes, you can aim where you want to throw them. So let's say I want to throw them over here. I can chunk them in this direction. And once I max out Death Slam, I can chunk them even further. So we can throw them like way over there now. And so you can throw people into Spirit Walkers. If there's an Abrams on your team, always throw the ball of people that you have against a wall, so the Abrams will just run up and shoulder slam them and stun them even more. You want to throw people into like really unfortunate situations where they don't have a lot of escapes out of. Preferably chokes, preferably on top of your team, preferably in top of your towers and away from safety. So let's say this is the enemy tower and this is my tower. I don't want to throw them in the direction where they want to escape from. I want to throw them where they don't want to be, right? And you generally don't want to throw people indoors. Like, you don't really want to ult indoors ever. You want to... This is purely like an outdoors ult. So yeah, you always want to float on top of them. Now, another thing to note is don't always get, spam happy with your left click. You want to suck up as many of the enemies as possible. And to do that, they're going to be spread out. They're not always going to be balled up for you. You're going to float above. You're going to get this guy, get this guy, get this guy, and then you're going to chunk them. And then you're going to follow up with your spells. Now, let's get some items real quick, and I'll show you the combos with Death Slam. So, generally, whenever you enter a team fight, let's say my team is this tower, and they're shooting, the bad guys, whatever. You generally don't want to approach from the front like this. It's very obvious for people that know what Lash is and what he does at mid and high elo to get the hell out of there, to spread out, to take cover, right? So don't just approach them, as Lash like this and try to ult them. That's stupid. What you want to do is hide in a corner where an enemy creep can't see you and you're not visible on the minimap. And then you want to pop out and ult them if you can, but preferably you want to either come from the side or behind. So let's say, my team is over here, the tower, that's my team, and they're shooting these guys. And I'm out jungling, so I just finished a jungle, and now I'm approaching from the side. And so what I want to do is kinetic jump, grapple, ult them all, throw them at my team. And yeah, that was a pretty far throw there. But essentially, that's how I want to initiate, alright? But when I'm in the sky, here's the combo. The first thing that we do after we chunk them is we throw alchemical fire. The second thing we do is ground strike, and the third thing we do is flog. And the last thing we do is hold left click on them. So it looks something like this, right? So I'm in the sky. I use grapple to get into the sky. You can also grapple on the railway, but they can stun you off of that. You can also, jump, grapple, whatever. So there we go. I've grabbed them. I'm throwing them into the tower. I've alchemical fired. I've popped them up. And now I'm shooting them. And as long as your team is not asleep at the wheel, your team will have a nice ball of slowed, debuffed, and on-fire enemies to just clean up and get free kills. And Lash is the king of free kills. He is literally the king. Alright, so we're going to grab him, we're going to chunk him, alchemical fire, dive, kick, flog, left click. And while it's not doing a lot of damage, it's doing a whole lot of utility. So let me show you just how bad, or just how much we slow our opponents. So if we're just chasing a guy and he's running like this, well, this is how slow he gets. Just left clicking. That's not that bad, right? If we flog him, that's how slow he gets. Now, if we flog and shoot him, this is how slow he gets. If we alchemical fire, dive kick, flog, and shoot him, that's how slow he gets. Alright, so that's real slow. But if we just ult him, like if we just ult this guy, look how slow he is. Just from the ult. Just from the ult. That's how slow he is. For a good amount of time, right? Now, if we combined everything, he literally can't move. So, check this out. Look at that. He can't move. He can't even run out of the fire. He literally can't leave the fire. And yes, they can maybe grapple. Yeah, but they're going to be slowed. And also, we have insane move speed. So let's say they have a stamina build like we do. and they blow all their stamina and kinetic dash. Let's say they have that too, and they're getting away. Well, this is how we pursue them. We kinetic dash. We use our Flog because it's bound to Surge of Power, which gives us that 3 movement speed. And now we're sprinting. Well, let's do it again. Now we're sprinting at 16 move speed a second. We have Grapple, which will pull us towards them. We can flog them to slow them down. We can shoot them, pop them in the air to slow them down. They're not getting away. The only character that I know of that can really escape you is Mirage and Infernus, and that's because Infernus can run at 20 move speed a second with his ability, and if you chase him through the fire, you're stupid. That's like the only 2 characters that can really leave a fight with Lash. Everyone else is just stuck, being slowed, and hopefully your team capitalizes on the fact that that you've slowed them, you've balled them up for them, you got a nice little gift wrap package here for them, and yeah, that's all there is to say about Lash. You're going to roam around the map at incredibly high speeds, and you're going to be farming the creep waves instantly by one-shotting them. You're going to clear all the jungle camps, including the big ones, including the enemy jungles. And here's essentially how you jungle. When you approach the enemy, or any jungle, let me just clear this real quick. Alright, so you're approaching the jungle, and unfortunately in the sandbox we have the small creep, the medium, and the large. So you can see how fast they die. Now, I'm at full build, but if I'm not at full build, it's still very quick. You start with alchemical fire, and certain rooms, you can hit all the creeps in them if you know where to aim it, and I'll talk about that in the live segment. But we alchemical fire, you know, we just 1, we 3, we left click, and that kills them. Now, also, early game, you don't want to left click immediately because we use this as a reload. So you would alchemical fire and you just start shooting, and when your ammo gets low, you flog and you get your ammo back, so there is no reload animation. You're not sitting there tapping your gun, tapping your wrist, trying to get your ammo back. But yeah, that's the Lash. Let's frickin' go into a live match, and I'm going to explain everything as I play. Alright, this is the live commentary part of the match. I have got a 4-hour nap. I feel kind of awake. And yes, this is live. I'm going to be talking over people. I have not had a warm-up game. I also have really old monitors from 2010, 60 hertz. Lots of ghosting. My aim also really sucks. I am in a solo lane against Lady Geist, which is like one of the worst people you can solo lane against. So let's see how we do. I'm going to put a point into Flog, and we're not going to kill her. We're going to dodge her freaking bombs, and we're going to farm. We're just going to safely farm. We might kill her if she's bad. I got the first deny there. That's really good. Let's try to get some farm here. She is, you know, up there meleeing, and she's going to be shooting the hell out of us. That's okay. Again, we're going to dodge those. Now, thankfully, we have that 15% spirit resist, like, by default, so it does make dealing with her a little easier. But yeah, she's hitting us with her, you know, revolver, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. So I have to play very safe here. And yes, I know I can melee these mobs, but she will punish if I do. So again, I have to just sit back, stay back, try to get these denies, try to punish her when she gets in close to melee, not get shot, hide behind the tower. It's going to be a very rough lane phase. Now, and again, I love to show the really bad matches, so that you know the guide is good, so that you know the build is good. And I didn't even get the last hit there. She is pelting the hell out of me. But yeah, it's not looking good, boyos. I'm going to hug that heal minion, give him a kiss on his forehead, his little candlestick forehead, and trying to get these denies. I've got 1 deny so far. There. Nope, okay. And dodge, dodge, dodge. Put a point of upgrade into Flog, and we're going to be flogging these enemies. And I missed that last hit. I'm missing a lot of last hits. Let's get a basic mag. There we go. And we're going to dodge her skill shot. And then look, she's actually kind of low right now, so she can't spam those skill shots, right? So yeah, we actually might be able to punish her here, maybe. I don't want to push too hard. But we're just going to try to farm and get these denies. And we're going to be flogging every chance we get. Try not to get hit by these things. And yeah, she's going to punish if I even walk forward at all. Like, she hurts. She is a demon. She also got the deny there. And, okay, I thought she was going to bomb, but she didn't. She might be too... Oh, I'm missing last hits, dude. I'm not warmed up. It's okay. I'm not warmed up, but I think I'm doing okay. I'm at 900 souls. She's at 1,000. Now I'm at 1,000. Let's get our second buy close quarters. All right. And let's hug that heal minion. Let's give him a kiss. Dodge the skill shot. Or the bomb. If she gets close to melee, oh, she's so low. She is so low. We can, once we get our third ability, we can just dive her. Why is she spamming her abilities if she's low HP? I still don't like her revolver. She is headshotting me hard. She is really hitting, like, just being a big bully. And we're gonna have more stamina for more dodges. Alright, so I have 200 soul lead here. Let's try to get this deny. Got it. Okay. Try to get this deny. Got it. She didn't have a good angle to deny me. I'm gonna have to eat that. Dude, she's pretty low, but I'm afraid. Alright, I'm not warmed up. I play very defensively and passively, because, you know, I like to build up. I like to have a huge souls advantage. But I'm just gonna, you know, hug the heal minion. Let's get our third buy, extra stamina. That's gonna give us more HP. There we go. So we're doing pretty good. We just want to make sure we don't eat any of these hits. Make sure we get these last hits. Ah, man, I got denied there. Yeah, I'm not fully awake. I thought I was, but I'm not, dude. Oh, jeez. Alright. Just focus on not dying. And, oh, that hurt. We might have to go spirit armor first here. Oh, man, I missed. How did I miss that? My aim sucks. That's how I missed that. Alright, so, yeah, I know others would be, like, full diving her, but that could be heavily punished, right? I'm not about that life right now. I'm just trying to get our next buy, which is sprint boots. There we go. Let's also get the crate that she, you know, thankfully blew up on us. And I might be able to dive her here pretty soon. Let's get these last hits. They're more important. There we go. We got our second upgrade for Flog. That's gonna hurt. I'm like full HP. We can go in. We can pretty much go in here, but she's gonna push the tower. I want her to spam more abilities, and she's backing, I think, to buy. She hasn't bought yet, has she? Okay, we got a deny there. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna eat that. And I'm gonna melee this. Alright, what is her? Yeah, she just has lifesteal. That's how she's sustaining. And again, I'm more focused on farm than hurting her right now. And yes, everyone's probably screaming at the screen, why aren't you blowing her up? Kill her! Kill her! She's at 2.1, I'm at 2.8k, so I have ult soon. I can just ult her, dude. Right? Alright, so it looks like I'm about to... Oh, that's punishable. Hello. Yeah, I guess you're just dead. Yep, okay, there we go. Now I have ult. So that was easy. Not your day, Grandma. I've never heard him say that. That's so funny. Alright, so your one-liner when you kill an enemy hero is dependent on your maximum HP, if you're wondering. So oh, man. Okay, so... I shouldn't have gotten that. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I shouldn't be able to just kill her like that. Like, a good Lady Geist wouldn't let herself get that low, especially to a Lash. But yeah, we can maybe punish. No, I missed both of those. What is she? I want to know what she bought, so I'm gonna look at her items in a sec. Okay. Yeah, she's going for headshots, of course. I've gotten in so many hacker lobbies lately. I'm just wary of people aimbotting. It sucks at this elo. That's what everyone does. Oh yeah, we're punishing. Oh boy, are we punishing. She doesn't have ult, does she? No, she does not. I am being defensive for no reason here. But yeah, she still hurts. Especially because she went headshot build and she is just capping the hell. Oh, is she trying to bomb me there? Alright, kinetic dash. There we go. Get that deny. Didn't work. Don't get denied myself. Let's life steal up or life regenerate up. And again, get ready to dodge another bomb here. I hyped myself up for that, and I still failed. That's okay, though. We're doing just fine. We're gonna sustain with Flog. And we're getting souls. We're gonna eat another bomb, which is not good. Hug that heal mini. Give him a kiss. Alright. We need spirit armor bad. So I'm gonna have to buy that first. Because I'm getting pelted by these spirit attacks. She also has ult now, so I can't approach anymore at all. And I got a back. So she might pursue. She isn't? Okay, that's fine. We're 5 minutes in, so I can just speed boost back. It's fine, it's totally fine. Yes, I got bullied out of lane there. And generally that doesn't happen, but I'm just not awake right now. But it's okay, because I still have 1,900, well, just 900 souls lead. And look, we can dive kick her if she's like, yeah, we can just dive kick her. There we go, big punish. And, I mean, she could punish us right back, right? So, and she actually took that tower. That's fine. It's okay to lose your tower. It's completely normal and fine, right? This is not a build that's built around headshotting and, you know, harassing your lane opponent. This is built around farming and surviving. We have not died, and that's what's most important. Also, I didn't even get that last hit, but we're just going to let the creep wave push a bit. We're going to get some denies here. It's way easier to get denies whenever you're guarding a Spirit Walker than it is when you're guarding the lane. And I am just missing all my shots anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But, oh, there we go. We'll get warmed up. And we're not in any immediate danger, so we're good. We're just farming. I mean, look at my Souls lead. 5k, she's at 4.5. What's the enemy team like? You know, we're down a kill. She's pelting me with, you know, bullets. It's fine. I'm stuck reloading. But again, I'm nearly fully topped up. And she's just gonna give me free farm here. Especially if she keeps us, you know, at our Spirit Walker. That's totally fine until our allies show up, because again, we can just get denies, we can just farm. We're close to our shop, we can just buy. And yeah, I'm gonna have to eat some of those if I want to get my last hits. Alright, let's try to get this reload so I can get that last hit. There we go, or that deny. I'm doing okay with denies. I think I'm doing pretty good. Alright, and again, we're saving up our upgrade point for Flog. And we're gonna try to not get poked too hard by that. And again, at this point, there's no reason to harass her, because she'll just, it's a Geist. She'll swap her life with hers, and it'll be completely wasted. So we're just focusing on that farm right now. And I would like to, you know, flog some of my life back. But yeah. If I have a teammate that comes in and behind her and dives her, that's a free kill, but, you know, they're still laning, so. We got 3k souls we can buy here soon. Alright. So let's do a kinetic jump. Get a flog off, and then dodge. So again, we have the stamina to spam dodges, right? And we're doing pretty good on farm. We're doing very, very well. We have 1k souls lead on her. And then teammates might rotate, might not. It's all fine. We're just farming right now. And again, this is like nightmare matchup, right? The one person you don't want to... Okay, there's our teammate. They're going in. I wish they would have said something, but... Okay, yeah, she's gone. So it's whatever. I could have did that jungle too. No, she's still there? No, she's over there. Yeah, I didn't mean to grapple there. Oh well, they got her. I don't know how I got the assist. I didn't hit her, but it counted me on the assist. All right, so my teammates just showed up. We can now push the tower, take that out, get some more monies, and then we can go buy. And yeah, there we go. Now we have maxed out Flog, and we don't have the items yet to one-shot the creep wave, but we should be able to afford it very soon here. And again, I haven't even bought armor yet, so like, we survived all of that with no armor. All right, there we go. We got the tower, and we can continue to push the lane. We have some stamina, right? So we're not completely immobile. There's no one here to deny me, so I'm just shooting them in the face. Might even take her Spirit Walker too. Where is she? Alright, yeah, I guess we're taking Spirit Walker. We have a 2k souls lead, so it's not like we're stomping their team or anything, you know? I held down, I stayed resilient. Oh yeah, that's a Spirit Walker. And there we go. See? Everything's turning up. And if she were to dive, I could ult her, chunk her into our turret nest here. What? Okay. Damn it, I missed the ult. See? You gotta be more above him. And I don't know Pocket yet. Or I mean, I know him, but he's only at 9k. I think we're good. We're gonna put 2 upgrades into our kick. He just hit me really hard there. There's also a Lady Geist. So I'm gonna probably... Oh yeah, he's approaching. Oh, here we go. No, he's not. I mean, I wish he did. But you never know. He could have approached. She's gonna... Okay, he just ulted me, so I'm out. I'm outsies. Because I'm just gonna get poisoned and die here, so I'm leaving. Alright, and our McGinnis didn't leave. So yeah. Okay, we got plenty of stuff though, and I'm just gonna buy standard. Alchemical Fire in 400. Oh man, I should have stayed just a bit longer, right? That's okay. We're gonna do just a quick jungle without it, so you can see how like crappy jungling is without it. Or I can get crates. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this jungle real quick, and I didn't even do the skill order right. Put an upgrade point into our ultimate. Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck reloading here. Oops. That's because I didn't use my Quicksilver reload correctly. Again, I'm not warmed up. Don't judge, but hey, there we go. Alchemical Fire is now ours. We're going to be able to grab that, push purple lane, and we're going to go where the money's at. So, there we go. Now, yeah, let's push purple a bit, and then we'll go do some jungles, and we'll get some more money. And we're doing pretty good. We're at 10k souls. Well, I'm a little behind, because I didn't get many kills because of my lane opponent and the fact that it's a solo lane. You really excel in duo lane. Duo lane mid is our best lane, right? And again, I don't have the items yet to like one-shot them with Flog, but you can see here that we wound them enough to just shoot them. So it works very, very well. There is a team fight going on. I don't have ult for that, so I'm forced to jungle right now. Otherwise, like, I have no use. So this room, you want to aim at the corner closest to you, and that's going to hit all the enemies inside. And then I like to just kind of go around in a circle here and shoot all the dudes. And yes, it's not optimal, but I want to make sure that I break all the crates and the jars. Getting your perma buffs is very important, so that's that jungle camp. And then this one here, I don't have Alchemical Fire for, but that's okay, because we can just, again, flog them, shoot them, that's going to reload, put our next upgrade point into our ultimate, grab the mid buff, grab the enemy jungle here too, which we do have Alchemical Fire for, and I just chunked it in the middle there, because you're not going to hit all the creeps with it, at least not for a while. There we go, get the reload there, and you can see, we jungle very, very quickly. We can also push blue lane immediately. I don't have one-shot ability yet. Or maybe I don't steal farm. Let's see. We got more jungles here that we can do. So let's just go do that. He actually has his tower up, so I can buy spirit armor. There we go. And yeah, superior stamina is up next. Very good. That's only 1,400 away. Purple's pushing. So we're going to get back to purple here. Break the crates along the way. There isn't a pocket here, but this pocket has 14k. What? 14k? Okay. He's a little bit of a threat. We don't want to like overestimate the pocket here. We just want to stay safe and farm. Push the lane a little bit. There we go. And we just one-shotted all those. Okay, good. I mean, they were wounded though. But yeah, you can see that we clear waves very quickly. We jungle very quickly. And yeah. Actually, let's just stay in purple. We do have ult up, so we can make a play here, especially in blue lane. It looks like it might have a play available to make soon. And there we go. The enemy jungle has nothing there. We have this little baby jungle here that we can do real quick. So let's just slap these guys around, one-shot those. And yeah, let's get into this team fight, because everyone's bundled up and ready to go. Alright. They're fighting indoors right now, and there's a haze ult going off, so we're just gonna shoot them, I guess. I'm also in danger here. I don't know what was the bebop doing. Well, I left-clicked some enemies. Okay, I didn't get to ult them, but there we go. Superior stamina. And yeah, let's flog some bad guys real quick. There we go. Get that lifesteal back, which got negated by the damn owl bomb cruise missile. All right. Looks like Warden stole purple. I mean, it's not really stealing, you know, it's fair game. But that's fine, we got blue lane. So, oh, there's some souls on the ground where all these people died. Hey, what are you doing? he stole it, he yoinked it. Oh, I should have seen it. I'm not awake, I didn't see it. Now, we got two enemies here. We got one that can hold us down and one that can pin us against the wall. Bully style, and so we want to just kind of chill. And again, this is a 1v2. This is what I'm talking about with the Alchemical Fire. We Alchemical Fire the creep wave. I can also use it as a harass, but these guys can't really hurt me, I don't think. I think my farm is a little bit better than theirs right now. But yeah, I can just Alchemical Fire. I can also just flog them at this point, because it's, you know, it's no longer lane phase. So yeah, I'm just gonna push the lane, get that farm, try to get those denies. And man, I love it when sevens just spam their orb, and I'm actually awake so I can, you know, capitalize on stealing their farm. But yeah, you see how they're like both pushing into me right now? Well, I can just cast fire on them. And
I'm on my way.
Okay, so let's not eat damage there. Actually, let's just ult them. And I got stunned because I casted that while I was getting stunned. I didn't hear it. I just honestly didn't hear it. Okay, so I'm pretty useless here in this fight. Let's knock him up. Let's flog him. He's just gonna melee. Whatever. He's dead. He's dead anyway. I still helped. I didn't help properly, but it's It's good enough, okay? And now here comes more enemies. We're just going to alchemical fire and back off a bit. Get point blank for more tankiness. Oh, let's get those denies there from that. I'm reloading, so I didn't get those denies. Let's get a Flog going here, get some life steal back. But yeah, my bad. I didn't hear the 7 stun me. I just ate that. I just ate that in the face. Whatever. It's fine. We're just gonna flog the enemies here and let's kick them. Boom. There we go. Pop them up. Alchemical fire. Won't do too much. You know, he ulted me here, so I'm actually in danger. So we got the stamina to leave. We're just gonna leave. He can't nuke me from distance. He's pocket. I'm just gonna go back to base. Speed boost back. We got yellow lane to farm, purple lane to farm. Extra spirit and surge of power coming up very shortly here. There's a 7 who's gonna be pushing. I'm not even gonna fully heal because I'm just gonna jump him. Just gonna dive kick him. There we go. Let's just get him. All right, so that's all that. We all collapsed on him. The whole team just like, nah, 7, get out of here, bro. What are you doing? I could do the big jungle camp. Maybe Hayes wants to do it. Yeah, Hayes will do it. Alright. I don't have alchemical fire. Let's focus it down, actually. And I didn't time my 3 for proper reload, so again, I'm not warmed up. Alright, the build will still carry. Get the souls here. That was Hayes. Hayes is 15k, I'm at 19k. Go ahead and alchemical fire the middle here. Kill the big boys, kill the crates, kill the jars. Finish off these little guys. There we go. Alright, good stuff. Again, we're pretty close to Surge of Power. Go ahead and get these Irma buffs. Any in these? Yes. There we go. Also, we have purple pushing. Come on! And we got our ultimate maxed out. Good stuff. Now we're very huge danger.
Victory keeps getting closer.
And I casted that too early because I'm not warmed up. Oops. Again, I'm making all these mistakes, but look at my farm. I'm at 21k at 20 minutes, so you know, it's not too bad. Now, my team just died in a team fight, which I wasn't there for. I'm not going to babysit them. I've got farming to do. You know, we all have our job to do. And right now, my job is to get Surge of Power, put on 3, Extra Spirit, Mystic Reach, and now we one-shot the creep waves. So, again, I would like to have had this a little bit earlier, but I'm only 1-0 at the moment. Still haven't died. Let's do a jungle because blue lane... No, let's say blue lane. They're pushing... There's still a tower there? Yes, there is. Alright. Well, we'll just alchemical fire and Flog. There we go. Have fun denying all of those. Well, they tried. The guys did. But you can see, we just drive by the mobs now. We just... And... Okay, it's on cooldown. Well, not for long, right? We could just one them here. Right? There's a mid buff to steal, so I'm going to yoink that as quick as possible. Abrams is pushing purple, so I'm going to stop that. That's where the money's at right now, is Abrams. And again, we one-shot the creep wave, so it's just a quick pit stop. There we go. See? This is where it gets fun. This is where you start hyper farming because we insta-killed the creep wave. Well, these guys were behind cover, so I didn't insta-kill them, but we can just, again, we just shoot them. We just 2-cap them. It's pretty simple. We have this jungle here. Pop in, say hi, you know, and then run on to the next. We got jungles to do. We have crates to smash. Look at our farm. It is...
Don't you get it?
I hit the wrong button because I'm half asleep. That's okay. We can still auto-attack these guys down. And you can see just how fast we clear everything. Alright. Hayes is also jungling, it looks like.
Headed to purple.
There we go. I'm gonna smash
want to
this.
defend the urn.
They're calling for urn defense. I'm near it, so... And I'm Lash. Kind of my job. Suck them all up. So I'm not gonna sit here and camp it, though. Oh, there's 7. He's in the middle. Alright, well, we have 3 point... What are you doing, 7? Hello? Where are you going? Where are you going, 7? Where are you going? I don't even need to ult him here. Just grab the jar. It's mine now. Alright.
Good work.
There's a pocket guarding it. I'm just gonna walk into pocket. What's he gonna do? Kill me? I'm tanky as hell. Like, what are you gonna do, pocket? What are you gonna do? Oh, look. You know, just kill you. Or maybe he can kill me. Because he ulted me there, but he's dead. I have the stamina to just leave. And Pocket's ult is not lethal, so yeah. We just leave that, and then we go, well, yellow lane's taken care of by the Warden. Duration extender, improved cooldown, improved spirit, look at that. We're 22 minutes in, and we're doing so good. Let's get to that, or I'm gonna zipline boost to that, because I can jump all of those dudes. Oh, come on, that would have been the coolest if I grappled that. I was just out of range. Alright, let's suck them.
Alright, I'm done playing.
I missed my ult again. Don't worry, I'm gonna land some cool ass ults, but there was really no one there on my team to capitalize on that anyway. Let's just push a lane. Look at all my stamina I have. I can literally just shove this full lane, and they do have an Infernus that's 27k, matching my farm. You know, he's matching my freak, so to speak, right? So I gotta be a little bit careful. Is that Infernus? He's busy killing people. Let's just steal their jungle. Yeah, steal their jungle. Okay, never mind. There's a Geist. Geist will freaking. You know, she's matching my freak a little bit. I mean, whatever. Let's just go blue lane. It's fine to have. You know, it's their jungle anyway. They're defending it as they should. But you know, lower elo, you're gonna just. It's free farm, dude. Anyway, it's look at this. Ooh, free farm. That's better than the jungle right there. That I cast one ability and I get more money than that jungle would have gave. Next up is improved reach. Excuse me, Abrams, where you going, Luster? Where you going? Yeah, where you going? He's tanky though. I can't kill that. I can piss him off a bit. All right, I don't have stamina to run from this, and I got 2 enemies on me. Yeah, I'm just walking into that bomb. I'm gonna throw a bomb. Maybe that'll dissuade them. I might die here. Okay, it looks like the Bebop came to my aid. Alright, we're good though. We're okay, mate. No, we're not good. We're gonna have to approach that from the side. And we need more teammates here. Just me and Bebop can't handle 3. Alright. There's Hayes ult. Again, they keep fighting indoors. Like, come outside. Right? And I can still pop them up and stuff, right? Like, alright. Again, I'm not being very useful to the team. I'm not warmed up. Alright, here we go. Now's our time to shine. Maybe we catch him. Can we catch this? No. No, we don't. There's a guy somewhere. I don't know. I'm just gonna flog these dudes and move on. Okay, there she is. There we go. We get the pop-up on her. We're gonna get the alchemical fire on her. We don't need to ult that. Alright. Go ahead and push lane. My farm's a little behind because I keep trying to teamify it, but look at that purple lane. It's got some creep waves. It's got some creeps. There's a 7 there. Can I take the 7? 16k? Oh yeah, that 7's dead as hell. That 7 is cooked. Hello, 7. I didn't jump there. He's just gonna leave. There's an Infernus that's rotating. I'm gonna leave. Again, I like to play defensive. Oh no, he orbed me. Not the orbs.
You think you got the best of me?
The one-shot creep wave. Is this jungle available? It is. Let's do it. Let's get this jungle real quick. So, crates, get the orbs, kill the big boy. Get the crates and orbs behind these dudes. There we go. Jungle complete. Alright. We're at 3k. We can get improved reach. Very nice. Get these perm buffs. Nothing there. Little baby jungle. Say hi to these guys for the 3rd time now. Go back to purple. We'll dive kick these dudes. There we go. Steal their 2 jungles here on the side. Get the perm buffs. Again, we're just farming. Just doing our job. Just farming. Those guys should die. There's a pocket incoming. Let's just leave. Pocket's hella farmed. He's at 28k. Again, look at my stamina. Like, they can't follow this. Right? He's gonna try. They're all gonna try. How many are trying? Okay, Pocket's still coming at me.
You wanna mess with me?
We're just gonna fight a little bit. Just a little bit of brawling. And yeah, we just leave that. I could ult him into the spirit tower, maybe. I'm actually dead here because he ulted me. I don't remember him ulting me. I honestly don't remember him ulting me, but okay. You know, I'm just playing real bad today. Anyway, let's get our next defensives here. And what time are we at? We're at 27 minutes, so I've got 3 more minutes to get these two. And again, I'm doing pretty freaking terrible. And you can see that even though I'm doing terrible, I'm still doing fine. And we got our next upgrade in Ground Strike there, and we upgrade Grapple. There we go. Now, those souls are still waiting for me under the Spirit Walker, along with Pocket. And yeah, he's 8 and 4 right now. So he's like their only real well, him and Infernus, okay. But yeah, I did not manage my stamina correctly there. I didn't path correctly. I didn't think he would follow that hard and deeply, but it is what it is. He's even taken the walker? Damn, dude. I guess I'm dead for a while. But you can see I am tied with our Haze on top farm here, you know, but we can maybe speed boost to purple. No, he's leaving. He's leaving. He didn't get the souls. I'm getting those souls back. All right. Clear the creep wave. And again, it's all about that farm. And yeah, I could have probably, if I just, you know, aggroed onto the Pocket, I probably could have just brawled and killed them. But I wanted to save the ult for a cool-ass team fight, which never came. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's do the jungle here, because we got the lane pushed a bit. There we go. Do the big jungle, hit it with this. And again, I didn't use that to properly reload. Gonna upgrade Grapple. I'm just not on awake today. I'm just not playing. I really should do warm-up games before I film this stuff. But I just want to show you guys that the build, it plays itself. It's a plays itself kind of build. Let's just melee that. There we go. All right. And there's the 7 again. Probably being guarded by Pocket. Let's see if we can dive them. Oh, are we diving?
About to ruin your day.
Maybe. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, we're just chunking him. Oh, we're chunking him. And he's stunning. He's dead. He walked through the fire too much. I mean, he's under farm, though. Like, I shouldn't even be able to kill a 7, you know, but it is what it is. He's at 21k, alright? I'm at 37k, so it's just free. Kind of what the Pocket probably felt like when he's like, oh, man, this Lash is out of... is out of position. Let's see. Hayes getting that farm, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. There's the creeps. Go ahead and flog them.
I'm playing with you.
And yellow lane's looking a little juicy, so I'm gonna teleport over there. Actually, let's grab that. Jar is up. I want the farm in yellow lane though. Look at that. There's a bunch of creeps, and they're about to jumble up. So I'm definitely grabbing that. All right, look at that beautiful farm. It's so beautiful. All right, we have a buy. There we go. Just dive kick those guys. Shoot these down. Mid buffs too we can grab. We're at 7k farm. I'm at 39k at 30 minutes. Yeah, that's our buys. You know, we're full tank at 30 minutes, and let's get mobility here. Infernus is going on the Viscous. Excuse me. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. I don't think Viscous can really do much, and that Infernus is really bad. And we're also getting dive bombed. So yeah, look at my stamina, and look how hard it is for them to follow. So I probably shouldn't have ulted that. I'm bloodthirsty, man. I just want to have some cool scenes. Alright. So there we go. We got our full tank, and now Mystic Reverb is next, which, I mean, we're 30 minutes in and we're near full build, so pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna do this jungle real quick. Let's just drop in. And again, I keep pushing 3 without using it for reload. Oh well, we have the ammo capacity now. We have Titanic Mag. It really shouldn't matter.
I'm about to show you why I'm best.
There we go. You can see that we're just nuking the jungle here. Alright, so that's 2.8k. We only need 6.2k. Grab these crates. Go ahead, and there's another jungle over here to clear. We'll rotate to that. And that should... Yeah, they should just die from that real quick. Get the jar. Always get those jars. Alright, 35k on Pocket. He's there... Well, 38k on Infernus, I guess. Get this farm. There's a little baby jungle camp here to yoink. So we're gonna yoink that. Can I just dive kick him? No, I'd have to jump. And it's like a short ceiling, so it doesn't work. Alright, get our kinetic dash. Get that ammo going. I didn't mean to grapple, but I guess it worked. They should die to that. Yep, okay, cool. It looks cool. I didn't mean to push it. It's a misclick. Yeah, clicking your skills, what? Excuse me? Alright, we'll just shoot this guy. Reload and start gambling here. It's not really gambling, it's just you're paying literal quarts of blood for perma buff. Yeah, these get perma buffs, plus 40 bonus health. So that's why we pop them. Even though it's not good for souls per minute, it's good for the perma buff. There's a Geist near me, and Geist can hear me do this. So you have to be aware of your, like, how loud your characters are. I flogged at the wrong time. I got line of sighted by the pillar. That's okay, because we got most of them anyway. Let's dive kick these, shoot this one, and then we will flog those guys, kill this. You see, look at that. We already have Mystic Reverb now. It's that easy. Put it on 4. Boom. The next buy is 3k, 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 and 3k, so we only need 6k for the next 2 big upgrades. What do we have here? Alright, let's shoot a couple bullets into this guy. We're going to use the reload. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and just waste a double jump there. Why not? Alright. Do I have my reload up? No, I'm waiting on it. Pull down there to boom. Got that reload. Here comes the jungle, or here comes the creeps. Woo! Oh, that didn't hit because I was on the box. Damn shame. Flog. Look at that insta farm. I love the insta farming ability of Lash. It's so broken. I'm at 47k souls at 34 minutes. This is like, you know, challenger level. Yeah, I'm just gonna farm and leave. My stick. Can we kinetic roll? Damn it! Can we do a kinetic roll? Again, I just want the farm. If I get a pick here, I could grab someone, throw them into Bebop and McGinnis, and I think they could get a kill. Maybe. Who's our big killer? It's Haze. Yeah, okay. I should just throw people into Haze. Like, hey Haze, here's a gift for you. I don't know why I reloaded there. Okay, we have our final upgrade. It's 34 minutes in, no jar. Right, because I didn't turn in a jar. I didn't get the bonus learning. Okay, there's a pocket. I'm just going to ult him, because I just don't like pocket at this point. And yeah, just have fun dying, pocket. Just have fun dying. Yeah, you're still alive. Not for long, though. Yeah. See, now we're the school bully. Look at that, insta-farm. Ooh. Why'd he bomb on me? I guess I'm the bomb. Cool.
Yeah, let's do mid.
Yeah, let's do mid. No, I don't want to do mid. I'm not voice chatting though. I'm not telling them that I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna jungle instead.
I'm on my way.
And boop.
You thought you were making progress.
Oh, Lash is so funny. He's the funniest guy. He reminds me of me in real life. No, I'm actually a nice guy in real life. I try to be a silly little cartoon villain in the video games, though, because I think that's funny. Damn it, why can't that door be open? Why can't that? It's like parking lots where there's no outlet, or you can't enter from a certain, like, side. Oh, man, purple lane, look at that, purple. I want purple lane's farm, but I'm gonna grab some buys real quick and then grab purple. Spear cooldown on 4. Spear duration on 4. And then we go purple. Oh, look at that. They did mid-boss for me. We're gonna get all of these. Can you guys stop running forward so I can group you up and make a really cool thing? Yeah. Everyone group up for the photo. Woo! Complete waste of time to do that though, but hey, it's still fun. Still very cool. Yeah, you can see we farm so fast. Also, there's a big jungle camp here we can do. So let's just get it. Let's just get it, gamers.
Let's dance, buddy.
Yeah, look at that. We jungle so fast now.
I see the enemy.
Dive strike.
I really should be like jumping when I do that. Oh well. Alright, and there's a team fight that I'm not a part of because the money is over here instead. Also, Pocket looks like he wants to get bullied again. Haze, what are you doing, Haze? You're alright. Yeah, let's just farm the mobs. I could grab him. I bet you I could grab him and throw him into Haze, but it would be a huge waste. But let's see what happens. I'm immobilized. Alright. Pocket is in purple lane. There we go. Free farm. Easy. A Lamau.
Tired of getting your ass kicked?
Alright. Again, we're about to have another major buy. Viscous, every time I run to Viscous, okay, he got it. He got the pocket. We could do Spirit Jar. I mean, we have the mobility. And we could always drop the jar and ult people, but it is whatever. Let's do some more jungles. Let's get this underground jungle again. I love this underground jungle with Alchemy Echo Fire. Just throw it right in the corner. There we go. I'm gonna just get all the jars, kill the big boys.
Keep them coming.
Yep. We have all these damn perma buffs too. Like, I've been getting lots of perma buffs the whole match, right? And you start to feel them. We got Earn, 59k souls, 38 minutes. Oh, we're loaded. Boundless Spirit. And look at that. We don't have the last flex slot, so I can't even buy our next upgrade anyway. Alright. We have the stamina to, you know, run all over the map. We can insta-farm the jungle creep, or the creep wave. Boom. There you go. It's so broken. I wonder if I can backdoor these two. Vacuum them up. Let's try. Well, I got one. We didn't kill. Oh no, we did. We got him. Just throw him into the freaking death laser of Bebop. And again, my ult comes back in like 30 seconds, so you can spam it at this point. I'm 3-1, by the way. I'm not doing that great. Come on, Pocket. Come on, Pocket. Let's just alchemy fire the thing, whatever that thing is. There we go. Now we have our next flex slot. We can get Diviner's Kevlar soon. I mean, this is over. This is hella over. But look at my farm and look at everyone else's, right? Like, what is he doing? I could probably grab him. Let's just grab him. You're not going back to base. Get out of there. Oh jeez. Oh no, he's running. Oh no. Oh no. That's the worst feeling ever. That is, dude, no one assisted me with that. That was all me. Oh, Lash is the most fun bully you'll ever play in a video game, I think, in my opinion. I have not... What is going on here? I'm gonna pop you up in the air for Bebop? Oh, man. Alchemy Fire? Oh no, you meleeed me? What is that gonna do? Pop him up in the air? And she's dead? We're just gonna Spirit Soul Suck this guy? Come on, do I get one more ult on the victory screen? No. It's so fun to yoink people out of their base. It's so mean, dude. Also, if you're on defense, which we never got a chance to show, you can yoink people and throw them into your base so they get roasty toasted by the turrets. Yeah, most souls. It's so easy to farm with this character. You clearly saw my aim sucked. I had a horrifying lane opponent. And I wasn't dodging properly. I kept making stupid mistakes and overextending. I got killed by a freaking Pocket. Right? Tyner is a boy on Twitch, huh? I'll have to see if you'll stream it. But you could clearly see, like, even though that I'm playing horribly, with this build, you just win. You're just useful as hell. And yeah, 21k damage, which sucks. You're not gonna be a big damage dealer. Your goal is to jump in the sky, vacuum everyone into a ball, and then roasty toasty them. Alright, for your team, which clearly we were doing for the Bebop, popping people in the air so that they can't avoid the death laser of Bebop and stuff. It's a whole lot of fun. Definitely try this build out. I love it. I enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it too. It's so easy to play. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I read every comment. I have no life. I have no friends. If you have any questions, let me know. Finally, click the video on the right side of your screen. And if you don't, then what's going to happen is you're going to be late for something important in the next 2 months.